What if I told you it is entirely possible for you to lose weight in a sustainable and fun way, and all it involves is eating sandwiches? Yes, eating sandwiches for every meal. It is possible for you to lose weight at a sustainable rate. It'll be very enjoyable and you'll have a lot more control of what you can eat. Your diet doesn't have to be things like salads or weird crash diets or carnivore, vegan, none of that. Keto, blah. It can be as simple as just eating a sandwich. My name is JP. I'm a certified personal trainer as well as a certified nutritionist, and through trial and error, I was able to lose about 70 pounds in a year. And what I learned is that diets can be enjoyable as long as you have the right knowledge, which I believe many people don't have the right knowledge. And how could they have the right knowledge? There's so much bullshit out there that's either trying to sell you something or telling you that there's a one size fits all. Like anytime I hear someone say like, you have to do keto or you have to do carnivore, I instantly just feel fucking betrayed that someone would use their platform to try to sell you on a complete lie. There's only one thing that states to be true when you're trying to lose weight, and that is to be in a caloric deficit. But today, we're gonna focus on one technique that I've even used personally that made a lot of sense, and that was just eating sandwiches. Now, I know you're probably thinking, one, how the fuck is that possible? And two, am I really gonna enjoy eating sandwiches and that's it? For me, it was pretty fucking dope. It was a dope time. And I understand that's not gonna be for everybody. But if you are someone who's interested in that, well, I'm gonna show you how to do it today. Now, there's gonna be certain concepts that we kind of have to lay, like a sort of a foundation we have to lay here. This is for someone who's only looking to eat sandwiches. And so it's gonna be a given that a lot of this is going to be repetitive and somewhat limited because there's only so many things that can constitute a sandwich that are practical. Like, I'm not gonna teach you how to make like a ribeye steak and put that in a sandwich. I mean, if you wanna try doing that, go ahead. It's probably fucking fantastic. But I'm gonna look for more of like a lazier approach and more of an ease approach. Because I feel like the only person who is really interested in eating sandwiches every day and try to lose weight is someone who is, well, on the lazier side like I am. So we'll start with the absolute foundation of every fucking sandwich, which is bread. Bread in most situations, you're gonna hear a lot of people say bread is bad for you. The reality is, it's not. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you shouldn't eat bread in abundance and only eat bread. You should probably prioritize other things. But isolating bread as a bad food for you, that's just bullshit. No food is bad for you. It's all about moderation. It's all about quantity. And in this situation, we're going to be eating a lot of bread. I'm going to show you how it's still possible to be healthy by the guidelines of what we usually say healthy is. Now, the one thing I'll say when you're going out to get the ingredients for your sandwich, and obviously the bread is important, is that you're going to have to make a bit of a sacrifice here. Now, I love bread. I especially love bread when it's warm, but bread can be pretty caloric dense. Therefore, we're gonna have to seek out a low calorie bread. Personally, I'm a fan of the 647 brand. I think they make an excellent bread that still tastes like bread and still feels like bread. A lot of these low calorie breads out there, for me, they can be really dry or they're just not very tasty. Maybe you found a brand out there that I haven't tried that's fantastic, but just to give you like a straight answer on these, 647 bread. They make a white and a potato. In this situation, we'll go with the white bread. Now, the other thing we have to do in order to make these breads fun, safe, and sustainable as far as like the macros and as far as being healthy is that we need to understand we have to prioritize protein. Protein has to be the bulk of your ingredients. Everything else will be considered accessory, but protein is what I want you to focus on the most. Now, fortunately, deli meats, for as great as they are also fucking awesome when it comes to macros. A little bit of research shows me that most deli meats are going to fall in the serving size of about 5 slices. That serving size is going to be about 50 to 60 calories and about 10 to 12 grams of protein. That is fucking awesome. Because think about it, 5 slices of any meat in a sandwich is like already a decent sandwich. If you were to double that to 10 slices, that already feels kind of crazy, but you're still only going to be in that kind of 100 to 200 calories while still having 20 grams of protein. Fucking excellent macros. And that goes across the board. That's like the turkey breast, anything like roast beef, anything chicken breast, all of those are awesome when it comes to macros. So these are gonna be the choices that we have. Everything after that, again, is going to be very accessory. So cheeses, veggies, sauces, which we're gonna cover all that and make sure we have the best options. But everything like that is going to be accessory just to make the sandwich better. Overall, protein has to be like the thing that you cannot miss and the thing we have to prioritize. It also has to be the bigger ratio. There needs to be more protein than anything else. That's how that's going to work. So now that I have a protein out of the way, let's say we're going with like chicken breast, just for an example. Going with chicken breast. Everything else is accessory. If you're going to go with the cheese, you can go with veggies. You can go with anything to make it crunchy. But best choice that I recommend, go with lettuce and then go with like a low-fat sliced cheese. Any of those like Velveeta cheeses or kind of American singles, those are always going to be the best macros. Lowest calories, awesome. But if you really don't like those, then just go with any fat-free cheese. The point is, cheese, lettuce, those are your staples. If you want to spend a little more time and cook some veggies and put it in there, fuck yeah, man. More power to you. That's awesome. but we're going with quick and we're going with easy. So now, low calorie bread, we have sliced cheese, we have a little bit of lettuce. For me, all sandwiches need sauce. Now, sauce is a tricky one because sauce tend to have a lot of calories. So we need to be very intelligent with what sauces we choose. Now, for the most part, for me, it's going to be a mayo and then some type of sweet sauce. If you're gonna go with mayo, you have to make sure you get light mayo. And another trick, if you're gonna put mayo on the sandwich, only put it on one of the pieces of bread, not both. I know it's not as fun, but it will limit the amount of sauce that you have. After that, any other sauce you're going to use, whether that's barbecue sauce or ketchup or anything of the sort, you have to make sure you go with a low sugar version. All the big brands make a low sugar version at this point. Heinz has a low sugar ketchup, Sweet Baby Ray's has a low sugar barbecue sauce. Personally, I'm a fan of G. Hughes as a low calorie sauce option. I think they're the best, but again, it doesn't matter. We just need to make sure it's low sugar and low in calories. Any sauce that falls above, I'd say 20 calories in its serving size, too much. We need to keep it low. After that, the possibilities become endless. Because right now, what I've already given you is a sandwich with a protein, a sandwich with some type of fat in the form of like cheese or any sort of veggies. Well, the veggies aren't gonna have fat, but you know what I mean. And you're gonna have a sauce, plus the bread stuff is going to add some carbs. That makes sandwiches legitimately a complete meal. It has its carbs, it has its fats, and it has its proteins, which are the things you're going to prioritize. Plus, that 647 bread I mentioned before is high in fiber, which means it's going to be even better at keeping you full. The staple of any diet being actually sustainable is that the meals have to keep you full. If the meals don't keep you full, you're just gonna bullshit and eat other things. Obviously, why wouldn't you? You don't want to feel hungry. No one likes feeling hungry. So imagine a sandwich was able to not only give you complete macros, but keep you full until the next meal. Plus, on top of that, bread and cold cuts tend to be pretty cheap when it comes to groceries. And buying one bottle of sauce is going to last you a little bit unless you're going insane, which I'm telling you, you shouldn't if you are getting adequate amount of these, low-cal sauces. When I did the math for a sandwich I had the other day, which consisted of turkey, cheese, a little bit of mayo, on that 647 bread that I mentioned before, I was looking at 220 calories, 31 grams of protein. The sandwich was filling. It was fantastic. In fact, I had 2 of them that day, not in one sitting. One was for breakfast and one was for lunch. But the point is, it was simple. It took me a few minutes to make. It is filling and it is fun. And there is no reason for you to feel like it's not going to be healthy. And then the only thing I did after that was with it, I usually have like a cup of strawberries or a cup of blueberries, some type of fruit, just because the low calorie bread tends to be low in carbs. I do want a little bit of energy, so I make sure to supplement it with fruit. And that's it. That's all it takes. Now, you can sit there and count all the calories all day. Some of us don't want. If you don't feel like counting calories, then just eating 3 of these sandwiches a day and making sure you really limit your snacks in between to low calorie options like fruit or yogurt, then it's almost impossible for you not to lose weight over time. Now, yes, the only way you can lose weight is to be in a caloric deficit, but you'll see that if you count these up like I do, you'd be shocked to find how low in calories your end of day eating becomes. Now, obviously, you need to be careful. I'm not advocating for you to eat too little in calories. 3 sandwiches in a day, accounting for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, might not be enough. That's why you need to start, measuring certain things and just monitoring your body overall. But what I'm saying is that you can have sandwiches as a low calorie, very complete nutrient dense meal and still lose weight. Because who the fuck would want to eat a salad over a sandwich? Yeah, maybe some of you, oh yeah, I can definitely, no, fuck off. Sandwiches are so superior in every aspect. And it's entirely possible to eat that way and in other ways. And perhaps you're looking for a little more guidance on how you can eat better for yourself while still making it fun. Well, I've attached a video of things you can do today to change your diet to help you reach those nutrition goals and those fitness goals that you've always dreamt about. And hopefully I can just be a guide to you. And as always, thank you.